the bowl.
Yo, 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 what do you know? Welcome in the Bowl Podcast. Shout out to Hustle Five Ways for hosting. I'm your host, Naz.
You got Tallman.
As always, in the Bowl Podcast is powered by your nation's own #1 mobile hookah provider, Sisha TU, where they not only do private events, wholesale, but they do wholesale distribution and take that experience to that whole next level. What's happening? What's going on?
What is going on, man? I see you got some sleeves on over there today. What's going on?
Yeah, man. You know how DMV does, man. DMV, you walk out with shorts and socks, and you go in the house with a Parker on. This thing is this weather, man. He can't make his mind up. It's cold out here.
Hey,
They
at least
talking
it's not
about
snowing.
it. I hear you. They talking about it's supposed to be a freeze warning. They wild.
Oh man, that is crazy, man.
No, it's super
That is
wild because
crazy.
this weekend it was super nice, man. We celebrated the big one birthday, so it was a great
Okay.
weekend. And we couldn't ask for better weather than what else this weekend. So great times, and then we got this cold, frigid weather. But not to take from it, man. This weekend was amazing. Family came through, family, friends, and loved ones. They showed up and showed out. So little one definitely enjoyed her time. So it was solid, man. What's going on with you?
That's what's up, man. All is well out here in the desert, man. We had a good string of probably 2 or 3 or 4, I don't know, days running together, 100-degree temperatures back to back. But I'm not gonna complain about it, especially when I'm hearing all the messages of folks back home, fighting allergies. I'm out here, breathing freely. So I'm not gonna be upset about that, man. I'll take the heat any day. But it's crazy because I like to have when the weather is nice on the weekends and then the weather sucks during the week. It's like the perfect combination.
That's fair. That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. You rather when you be out and about and do what you got to do and move. So I'm with you on that. I definitely can't beat that.
Exactly. But out here, all is well. It's the last week of Ramadan. So I'm kind of enjoying the peace and quiet. Because next week all the busyness, starts back. Stores will be packed, malls will be packed, restaurants will be packed, venues packed. So it was it was a nice little break out here. So I'm not gonna complain about that, man. Just trying to get through the rest of the week, get into the weekend. We got a couple of local holidays next week. So trying to find something to do with with the week off, man. When the week off gets sprung on you at the last minute, it's like your first instinct is to say, "Hey, look, try to get out of here and travel somewhere." But I think just gonna just lay low at a food festival. Let's get ready to kick off out here for two, I think it's like 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks. So definitely gonna swing by and check that out, man. But other than that, same old, man. Just out here enjoying the vibes, enjoying the warm weather.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Before we even continue to go too far, today is a special day. We gotta do a toast, and we always talk about the great times, and we talk about definitely being blessed just to be here and have another episode. So definitely a cheers on that.
Cheers.
And then I also want to give a quick shout out, man. It's marks a year when one of my folks, one of my cousins, they passed, and she was a staple in their community, just creating cocktails, and she's been all over the world showing her skills. Been inside Forbes magazine. So, definitely want to in remembrance of her, definitely get another cheers on.
Yes, sir.
And definitely, Latifah Curtis, definitely want to cheers that right there. You're missed, but
Indeed.
never forgotten. Never forgotten. So what's up? What's going on?
Oh man, I know I was a few days late, but I finally caught that Snowfall season finale, man. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I was messing around on social media looking at something, and I started seeing spoiler alerts, man. I almost threw my phone. It's like, look, man, I'm not trying to see anything, but I did it to myself, man. You know, when you miss a show, of that magnitude, you know that you got to stay clear of social media because social media will inadvertently just ruin things for you. Because as soon as somebody watch something, they want to post it, they want to talk about it, the conversation begins, So I couldn't be mad at nobody but myself, man. But I did check out that season finale. Did you see it?
Don't get too much, cause I ain't see it yet. Don't do
Oh
that
my
spoiler alert. Yeah, don't
gosh.
don't say too much. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Oh man. Well, you know what? I'm gonna give you a pass, because you had a busy week and a busy weekend. So we're gonna let that one slide, man. We're gonna pick back up on season finale of Snowfall next week. We're gonna give a full 10 to 15 minute recap because next week, like I said, things are back to normal. So the shows won't be as condensed. We'll really be able to sit down and unpack that one because it sets up some things for, of course, for next season because now we got to wait for season six. Now we got that gap.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah. Now it's a dope show, man, and definitely on my radar to watch. I got to catch up on that. I think I'm actually a couple episodes behind, so I gotta catch up on that. See what's up. That's my show. One thing I did catch up on, they got that new show, We Own the City.
yeah, 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 yeah. I remember seeing the preview for that. How is it?
It's not bad. I think it sets up a decent storyline, right? It sets up a decent storyline, and I like what they did there, right? I like without giving too much. If you've seen The Wire, then you would understand what I like about the show, right? And it's I respect what they did from of who they incorporated into what role, and
Mm,
the characters in that role in that show. And it's a short series too, so it's like you want more of it, and you're interested to see kind of what the storyline really unfolds. But I liked what they did right there. So definitely, if you haven't checked it out, I know episode 1 is out. Um, Check it out. Definitely worth it.
no, it's definitely on that to do list because you mentioned The Wire, and to me the Wire is one of the top three shows HBO had, man. The Wire,
So
The Sopranos, but the Wire was classic. I mean, even though The Wire ended so many years ago, I'm not gonna lie, at least once a year I try to dig back. I know when COVID first started, I was like, hey, look, man, ain't nothing really going on. I'm about to watch The Wire from season one all the way to the end, man, back to back. So phenomenal
that's
show. So if it's anything like that, trust me, I'm all locked in, man.
it definitely unfolds a lot. So definitely, and it's solid. It's good at what they do, and and how they. I don't want to say too much, but what they did with the screenwriting, the characters, is solid, 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 solid. So catch it.
Definitely, definitely. I know one thing is that I've been seeing snippets of, man, is Johnny Depp. Because
Hmm.
he's currently going to a court case, I guess, with his ex, and the case is in Fairfax, Virginia, which that's what's up.
Hmm.
But just getting the sound bites, from this man, and the seeing the text messages he sent, I'm like, this is a wild dude, man. Because I kind of got sucked into some clickbait because I saw a link, and the link was him talking about, I guess, an argument they had and things of that nature. And I'm not gonna go too far into the details, but some of it was, it was a little shady. But I guess his ex had went to Burning Man's the festival, and I'm just watching him, testify on the stand, and I'm like, that is probably having an actor on the stand is kind of crazy in itself because you don't really know if he's talking or if he's acting because he's describing the story. He's like, yeah, such and such happened, and she left and was going to Burning Man, so I left, condo number 2 or condo number 3, and I went somewhere, and while she was gone, I decided to go back to that place and pick up some stuff that people had got me, some stuff that was very sentimental to me. And my guy is he's texting me. He's like, no, no, you don't want to go over there right now. He's like, no, no, this is the perfect time. She's out of the festival. So the guy's like, nah, 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 you don't want to go over here right now. And he's like, no, why not? And he's like, yeah. And he showed me a picture, and apparently, there was fecal matter in my bed, and blah 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 on my side of it. So hearing this man articulate the way that his ex allegedly, and I say allegedly because we don't know, we didn't fact check this, that she took a dump on his side of the bed and then went to a festival. I'm like, that is wild.
Man, that gets the petty wop of the week. That is funny.
Exactly. And I'm like, I'm sure that the way his man told him that someone had took a dump in his bed was pretty straightforward. But I feel like he really coached that moment up to, put the dramatic effect on it. Because I'm like, it does not take 2 minutes to describe the fact that someone took a dump in your bed.
I mean, that's some wild shit, though. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended, right? The fact that
Exactly.
the fact that someone will take the time to take a shit inside someone's bed or in their bed to prove a point to whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I got for Johnny Depp, man.
Nah, I hear you, man. It gets rough when in that love and hate. Thin line between love and hate. That's a real quote right there. And it can get real nasty. And people go for the jugglers and like you said, just leave it at that. It's just hopefully it don't get too crazy and they can hopefully move past this and whatever they're fighting for, it can just be just move on. So
Exactly.
I'm nothing but the best for them.
That's it. That's it, man. So what you got over there?
I was sitting here and I was just looking, like you said, clickbait. I know a big conversation they was talking about the Ben Simmons, Jamie Foxx, and Stephen A. Smith thing.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's obviously you hear Stephen A. Smith's comment about Ben Simmons, and you got your feelings about whatever it is, especially if you're an avid, Sixers fan or whatever that is, and you just, you just an avid for sports, right? But and then when Jamie Foxx responded, he made his comments and basically said, you don't talk about Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and and it got to this point to where you're like, damn, right? And then Stephen A. Smith's response, right? It's
Okay.
he is wild, right? He's a wild dude, and he says stuff, but that's also what brings people in, right? And
Exactly.
that's what he gets paid for, right? He's paid to shake things up. But listen to his response to Jamie Foxx. A couple of things I do. You had to put in perspective that he is right. I don't think he is biased as in who he's going to talk about, but I did appreciate the fact that, even just when we talk about in our community and how putting, each other down, especially out there in the limelight, I mean, yeah, you don't want to go in that direction, but when you're talking about what their profession is and what you see on a day to day, like he's an athlete, he's a basketball player. He's on one of the
Exactly.
largest stages in the world, right? And when you are commenting on that, I mean, that's what his job is to comment, right?
Hmm.
And I'd find it honestly, one he gave a shout out to his folks. Like he's boys with Jamie Foxx, right? And he they cool, they talked about it, and it's like he said, I'm gonna say it on the phone, I'm gonna say it in your face, and I'm gonna say it on national TV. And you can't be mad at that, right? That's his opinion. You may not like it,
Yeah.
but that's how he felt about that situation. And so, I was just listening to that, and I thought that was, I thought it was profound. I don't know if he had to go that hard, you know what I'm saying, but that's how he felt, right? And that's what he gets paid to do. And just like he gets paid to do, it drew people in and made it part of a discussion. It made you start thinking about, you get paid to do something, you paid to show up, and we talk about mental health, and at one point you're talking about you sitting out because of mental health issues, and then a couple minutes later you're talking about your back hurts.
Yeah.
So that's a serious matter, and that's why I say,
It
I
is.
can't be mad
It
at what
is.
Stephen A. Smith said, man. I think he felt that was his truth, and that's how he felt, and he expressed it. What are your thoughts on that?
No, man, I agree with you. I mean, Stephen A. is is a wild dude, with a larger than life personality. But at the same time, I think he really does a great job of walking that thin line between his him being an analyst, in sports, but also in holding people accountable. I know, so I think a lot of times he gets like right up to that line where it could possibly, he may have his toes on the line, but get ready to cross the line, but doesn't
Mm.
necessarily cross the line. But I mean, he's good at what he does. I remember I
Yeah,
used to turn into I used to listen to First Take on the podcast. I would listen to that, while I'm getting ready, because I couldn't sit down for an hour and a half and catch it on TV in the middle of the morning. But I mean, most of the times, I mean, dude is spot on. So I mean, I totally agree with you. I mean, he's doing his job. He wasn't disrespectful or rude in his statements.
true.
As far as I could see, I mean, he put it out there and called it out for what it was. So I've got no
Yeah,
issues with that one.
I hear you, but you ain't have to use the weakest, weakest athlete out here, and not in America, but in the world, in sports history. I mean, gave a mean gut shot. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully it does. Wake him up, and he goes out and shows people wrong, proves people wrong.
Yeah, yeah, because sometimes
So
we need that jolt. So like I said, he comes right to that line. I mean, toes on the line. But I don't think he crossed it. I mean, some things he says, you look at it, it's like, you maybe could have phrased that better, or maybe softened it up a little bit. But I mean, he is who he is, and he's been consistent.
yeah, and you tune in and listen to what he's saying, right? And it becomes part of that, right? And he knows his brand, and that's what he's doing. So
Yeah,
it may not have been delivered like that, but it is what it is.
I agree. I
Mm-hmm.
agree.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard some other exciting news. I hear that Pharrell's Something in the Water Festival has been moved from Virginia Beach up to the DC area, which is big because again, I don't know all the facts behind it, but what I'm hearing is that when his brother was killed last year, he was not happy with how the authorities down there handled that situation. So he decided to move his festivals. I think last year was the first year that he did the festival. So this year he was like, look, I'm not really messing with y'all. I'm I'm gonna take this thing a little further up north.
Yeah.
So I think it's like a 2-3 day festival. Is it 2 days? I think 2 days, but the
Yeah,
lineup
yeah,
just looks
festival.
sick. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like when you see those flyers and you got like 45 artists on there, it's like it's a bit overwhelming, but it's solid. I see, a couple of the DMVs, go-go bands on there. So I mean, that's what's up. Get them a little bit more exposure, to
Yeah.
individuals who may not have, been to a live go-go. So that's what's up, man. I support that. If I was
Yeah, I
in
think it's
town,
gonna
I
be dope.
definitely would check it out.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. I think it's definitely dope. I think it's definitely cool you moved it up here. I just when you look at it, when you even go on there, hopefully, people obviously, it goes to a good cause and he's all about the music world and giving the youth the opportunity, even visit some local schools in the DMV, surprise them. And so I think it's definitely a hats off to him on that. I think it's going to be
Yes.
a dope time. So, it is cool that it is coming to the area, so I'm looking forward to that. That'd be some dope time.
That's because spring and summertime. That spells out festivals, and I heard that Travis Scott also just got booked, to perform, somewhere in Miami. I'm not sure, which festival it is down there or what's going on, but it's good to see that, that he's back out performing, after everything that happened, last year, and he's getting his feet back under him. So festival season is definitely upon us.
Facts, 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 facts. It's gonna be a good time. We at the hopefully at the end of it, and folks getting back out there, just out there mingling, having a good time, and enjoying, just enjoying life. So hats off
Yeah,
to it's gonna be a good summer, good summer.
indeed, indeed. So
What
what else
else?
you got going on this week?
What else is out there in the world? You looking at, it's been on my mind on I it's in the news we've been seeing. We always talk about how you gotta leave kids and family and stuff out of beefs, man, because you never know how that can turn nasty.
Mm,
And you got that Takashi 6ix9ine and you know going out there and exploiting people's families. You know what I'm saying? And it gets to a point to
yeah,
where once you cross that line, I mean, you don't know what you about to cross. It just makes me think. I think about how this weekend went, and you know, it gets to that world where once you start dipping in that water, it can get real nasty real quick. So
yeah,
and you talk about how divorces and whatever, but once you start involving innocent bystanders, it can get real nasty. So I was just thinking about that and thinking how good this weekend was. But what are your thoughts on Takashi 6ix9ine and I think it's also part of a little bit of clout chasing, but
yeah, yeah. That definitely because back in the day it used to be a code,
yeah,
where women and children and family, it's like that was kind of off the table, But I think at this juncture that with a lot of folks, their moral compass is off because everyone is just going for that. Everyone's just going for the kill, just trying. It's like I don't know. It's like it almost seems like people are trying to one up and see like the most disrespectful thing they could say or do,
yeah,
and that never ends well. And at the same time, I have my own opinions on Takashi 6ix9ine because the dude is a troll. I mean that's what he does. That's how he came up, and without him not being able to move around, as freely as he used to, due to his previous situations. I'm surprised it's taking this long, for him to, get back up to the top of that troll mountain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you gotta take, his actions and, always kind of look at it sideways because you know that there's a ulterior motive behind it, or, he's trying to claim that fame that he once had.
Yeah.
So that one, I know I don't know, too much about it. I kind of saw the the one liner of, that he's involved with something, but I didn't even click on that. But I didn't fall victim to the clickbait like I did with the Johnny Depp story. I was like, all right, let me just keep scrolling, man.
I feel you. I feel you. It's just wild that you got to go that route. And that's the direction you
Yes.
got to go into. So that's wild, man. What you got on your plate? What you got?
Oh man, went to a spot last week that had various shishas from around Europe, because the folks in Europe, they're doing something different with just hookahs themselves and the shisha and the flavors. So I had my staples of what I like to smoke when I go out. So
Yeah.
I asked the shisha purveyor, say, hey, look, what do you have that's strong and it's not too fruity? So, and then want a whole bunch of fruity flavors. Everything I smoke, I like to have a little bit of mint in it. So he was telling me about this dark side shisha, and he's like, yeah, it's really strong, and we can mix up some flavors for you, but I'm gonna tell you again, it's really strong. So I hear really strong. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. What you got here,
Mm-hmm.
dog? When I tell you, by the second pull, I was like, oh, this dude was not lying.
Oh.
Yeah, man. I know everything going on with with Russia and Ukraine right now, and the sanctions on Russia. So I felt a little bad, having Russian shisha,
Mm.
but I had to try it out though. I had to try it
Mm-hmm.
out, and trust me, it did not let me down. That Russian shisha gave me everything I expected and unexpected.
Mm.
Because you remember, we used to have Diablo, and I always talk about my Diablo story of the first time I had Diablo. I was living on the 21st floor. I was smoking right by the window, and after smoking the Diablo, for 45 minutes, I'm just stuck looking out the window at traffic. You know, couldn't move. I hope I was blinking, but it did not feel like I was blinking. But for like a good 45 minutes, I'm just there, just looking at traffic, going up and down the street. And I wasn't right until later on that night, when I smoked some regular shisha. It kind of gave me that same euphoric feeling.
Right.
So in Power, the one with Tommy, the
Yeah.
Dahlia, how everybody hits the Dahlia, and they play a little music, and it's like, ah, this is great.
Yeah.
Oh man, that shisha was like Dahlia.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Every
So hit like that.
every Yes, every pull I heard little music in my head, man. And I was like, I don't know if I should be driving after smoking this. This stuff is serious, but it was good, and I'm itching, to get back, to that restaurant and try it out because the food was also amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's a win-win. It's like you got good food there, you got good strong shisha. It's a nice little patio vibe, and like I said, in the nights it's still about 85 degrees or so, a little humid, but you can still sit outside and enjoy it. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely thinking about running that spot back within like the next 5 days.
Playing
It's
it back.
close, and I need to get that rush again. I need to get some more Dahlia because in my
I
mind, I'm not calling it Russian shisha. I'm trying to be sensitive to the politics that's going on in the world. I'm calling it Dahlia.
got to.
So I'm
Got
so I'm
to.
trying to go out and get some more Dahlia, man. I got to get that fixed, man. Got to get it.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. So what are the topics you got going on?
Man, that's about it, man. Just getting ready for the long weekend and week off of work. Trying to find something to do because there's there's so much to see and do out here. And one of the things that you gotta laugh about is you talk to folks back home. They're like, "Hey, did you check out this? Did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this?" And it's like, nah, I haven't really got around to that yet because I'm kind of here for a couple of years, so it's different when you come here for a week, and in that week you're trying to like squeeze in everything. You're trying to do a safari tour, you're trying to go here, you're trying to go there, but it's like having time on your side to be able to kind of space things out and plan it the way you want to do and not have things, so back to back. So trying to see what's on that tourist list, to try to check out probably one or two things next week. I know they have a spot down here called Global Village,
Yeah, yeah.
which just has tons of food. So once Ramadan ends, definitely may make another trip out there and be able to sample some stuff. But before we get out of here, though, man, I gotta tell you, went out to the desert, right?
Mm.
And I was waiting for the baby truck to get tagged up and registered so I could take that out there. So took the big boy truck out there, right? And I
Yeah.
kind of went out to the desert, last Sunday to scope some things out. And I think stayed in the desert just a tad bit too long.
Yeah.
Caught a nice little sundown out there. But when we were leaving the desert, I'm trying to make my little U-turn. Same thing I did, over the weekend, get in and get out. Man, I misjudged some things. U-turn turned out to be a little bit, well, actually, I was doing a 3-point turn. Went a little too far in one direction. Man, your boy was stuck in the sand, man. The sand
Oh shit.
was real. The tires started spinning, because the big boy has low profile tires, so that's not really meant for off-roading. It'll get you out to where you want to be, but you cannot leave the path. So leaving the path, it was wild, man. But luckily, there was some guys that lived around the corner. It's kind of crazy, because it's as big as my truck is. They came by this little pickup truck. We put the ropes on the back of the tow hitch. They pulled me up out the sand and set me on my way. So I definitely wanted to thank those fellas. But I will say one thing, man. If you go out to the desert and you don't know where you're going in the desert, definitely get out of the desert before it gets dark.
That is funny. Yeah, that's a
That is
blower.
my advice to everyone, man. Because you're looking at it like, I got about 45 minutes to get back home, do this, and do that, and then you end up just sitting off to the side, man. It was an experience, but like I said, things worked out. The kindness of some strangers to pull me out because we were about maybe 4 feet out into the deeper part of the sand.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that worked out well. But yeah, definitely won't be taking the big boy back out there. And once by the weekend, hopefully, or by hopefully by Friday, I should have the other truck out. And you know me, I'm a bit of a adventurous, so
Mm.
I'm gonna go back out again, but definitely in the right vehicle though.
There you go. I hear you. I hear you. That's what's up, though. Most folks get stuck in the snow. You got stuck in the sand. I hear you. That's some wild shit. That's some wild
Hey,
shit.
but it was nice out there though, man. Until you start walking around and you see these little footprints, and you're like, okay, what is making these little footprints, and where is it at? And I need to be gone before it gets back.
Facts. 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 You don't know what that is, but that's what's up,
Nah,
though. That's definitely what's up. That's what's up. I know out here they got the Chef Rosen got a brunch going on this week.
okay,
Yeah, it's called Brunch and Blunts. So you got got a brunch and a fuse brunch early, and then you got a little after party afterwards. So definitely holla at them. So that should be
yeah.
the weather's supposed to be supposed to be nice. So definitely check them out. Definitely check them out. You check them out on that. I know there's some other brunches going on. Like you said, the season's about to break. The weather's about to break. About to go in the festival season. Day parties and that whole shebang. So get out, get the sun, get the vitamin D, and just enjoy it. Just be out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely about to take advantage of that brunch season, out here in the sandbox, because I hear their
Yeah.
brunches are crazy. So in the next 2 weeks, we'll be attending the first brunch. So I'll have to give a detailed breakdown of that experience, because I hear they're legendary. I don't know
Okay.
if they're gonna rival DMV's brunches, but I hear the brunches out here are definitely something to take in.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You gotta keep us posted on that. Let us know what's up. Let us know
I
if we gotta
will.
book that ticket to come out to the sandbox. See what them day parties is talking about.
Exactly, exactly, man. So anything else from you before we get out of here this week?
That's it, man. Just like I said, is waiting for this cold winter to go through, and just enjoy and get out here, enjoy some sun, and get with the folks. Just enjoy it.
I like it. I like it. We're on the same page. Well, hey, before we get out here this week, once again, shout out to Shisha the Youth for sponsoring us. Don't forget you can follow them on IG. Also, don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at In the Bold Pod. You can leave us your feedback. We try to, touch on some topics that you invoke, conversation. So we definitely want to hear your opinion about things. And as always, if you have a flavor, a brand, or a blend that you want us to try, just let us know. We'll try it out. We'll give you our opinion on it, and let you know what's what. And as always, do not forget, after every use, to clean your hookah out, so that way you're all set for the next smoke session. So until then, we'll catch you next week.
As always, click, like, and subscribe.